friend Zeddy here again today with a brand new Audiopocalypse, the latest mini set card review. This is definitely my first take at it. I did not upload a review that was completely wrong and misread and misunderstood the card at all. I never do that. This legendary certainly doesn't have infinite damage, but it is pretty crazy. We're gonna talk about that as well as a new epic card, new epic draw card that looks pretty powerful in certain decks. And I wanted to give a big thank you to everybody. We hit the unbelievably nice milestone of 69,420 subs, and we are going to do a big giveaway based on that, but we have our current giveaway going on right now. These are all out of my pocket. This one going on right now is 2 mini sets out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment on the video in the description below. Please subscribe to the channel, and if we manage to hit 70,000 subs by next Wednesday when the mini set comes out, I will add another mini set to the giveaway, and it's the golden one. So you're absolutely gonna make me go broke if you hit that sub button, so do that if you haven't already. But, well, let's take a look at these cards that I certainly haven't had extra time to take a look at, since I certainly didn't review them really wrong. I uploaded a video and it was like really bad, so I had to delete it and redo this. So let's get into it. We have Grim Totem Buzzkill. It is a 4 mana 5/4, so premium stats, no tribe. It says Grim Totem, but it's not a totem. I am very confused, Blizzard. Very. Are they gonna take away our deck slots now? Anyways, Battle Cry. You discard a weapon to draw 3 cards. So any weapon-based class like Demon Hunter, Warrior in particular, Hunter as well, Paladin could run this. I suppose you could run this in Rogue, but there's not many weapons in Rogue. And are you really wanting to discard them? And Rogue can draw 4 cards for 0 mana with some setup, of course. But that's the problem I have with this card, right? 4 years ago, crazy card. Draw 3 for 4? Unheard of. Look at every class right now. They can do that for cheaper most of the time. Warrior, even, can with their Menagerie card. They have 0 mana draw 2 in their Rage package. They have the whole Whirlwind Acolyte package. Like, it doesn't go with a lot, and it requires setup, and you have to sacrifice value for those 3 cards. It's almost like drawing 2 in a way, right? Like you're getting rid of a card to draw 3. Like, it just in today's game, draw is so efficient, so good across almost every single class in the game that I have a hard time believing this will see a lot of play. It could see some play. There are some decks out there that, yeah, like Hunter doesn't have the best draw. Maybe that Weapon Demon Hunter wants it because they don't have the best draw outside of like Soloist and a couple of Outcast cards. But do you really want to play the Weapon deck? Is it going to put it over the top? I'm not sold on it, but I will give it that fringe. It could see play because it still does say draw 3 cards on a 4 mana 5/4, but again, you have to be holding a weapon. And I will also note there are, the synergies going on right now with the weapon decks, with that demon that gets cheaper for every weapon you've equipped. And apparently, according to the devs, Sword Eater, N'Zoth's First Mate, and all of that will count towards that. So just be aware of that. Doesn't really have much implications for this, but it does make that whole package better at the end, right? So maybe this puts that weapon deck over the top. I don't think so, but you never know. I'll give it a 3 in standard, a 2 in wild. It has a shot. And let's go to the card that I had to re-record because of the Elite Torn Champion. I thought this was like infinite, but it doesn't look like it's infinite. So it's a 5 mana 5/5 finale. Start a rock duel. Players must spend all their mana each turn, or else they take 8 or more damage. So I just thought every turn that someone doesn't spend their mana, they're taking 8 or more. But if you read the token that comes with it, it gives you the Molten Pick of Rock, which says at the end of turn, explode for 8 damage. So I'm assuming this just goes away the first time. Or it says, or spend all your mana to give this to the opponent, and with +2 damage. So you play hot potato with this. You keep, bouncing back and forth. Eventually, someone's going to take a lot of damage, right? It's going to go to plus 10, 12, 14. Technically, it can be infinite damage as long as nobody ever floats mana, right? So, yeah, I think it's, once it's gone, it's gone. But this can be like 5 mana deal 8, potentially. That's a lot of damage. But it is a 5 mana 5/5 do nothing. You must finale it. You must want your opponent to be a deck that doesn't consistently spend all of their mana, right? Like, you definitely don't want to be taking 10 or more damage, because that's how it's going to work, right? You're going to play it and then they're going to get it. And anyways, it's a interesting duel of hot potato, but I don't think it's like the most playable card in the world. It certainly punishes the slower decks that can't spend their mana all that efficiently. But I will say as someone who played Control Priest, got 12-0 in the Heroic Brawl, and yes, I will mention, I did tweet this out, besides going, 12-0 in Heroic Brawl with Priest, we got a big announcement to make that on Monday, we have a Priest card reveal. It's almost like I'm a Priest main or something. I love Priest, but yes, we have our first ever Priest card reveal. Off topic, but I'm just excited. I've done a duels reveal before, but never a standard card reveal. But even playing like Control Priest, I rarely float mana until like turns 9, 10, 11, 12, and yeah, that's gonna scale a lot if you play this on curve, but only if you play it on curve. Only if you've been able to spend all your mana. It just seems kind of bad. It does. If it was for the end of for the rest of the game, like I originally thought, I'm like, yeah, that has potential. It's like a tech card for the slower decks, but I'm pretty sure this is consumed once it blows up, and it's a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, but there's no guarantee it's gonna be going off or not going off in your own face. I will note though, this could be a decent sideboard option in ETC, which means you might be ETCing your ETC. And in Wild, you can ETC this ETC, the Warrior ETC, as well as the, there's the Warrior Rush one, as well as the classic one. You can literally sideboard a complete roster of ETCs in your ETC. That's pretty cool, no? Anyways, I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard Wild. I just think it's too inconsistent. It can backfire, and in most cases, in most tempo-driven matchups, any matchup where your opponent's spending their mana all the time, it's a dead card, right? Like, you can't play a 5 mana 5/5 do nothing in today's game. You just can't get away with that. And I don't see it. It's very meta dependent. If there's a lot of Control Priests out there and you feel like they're gonna float their mana and you're gonna kill them with it, I guess so. But other than that, I just don't see it. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard, 2 out of 5 in Wild. It's not even Battle Cry, so Shutterwalk can't even take advantage of these shenanigans, because you can make your opponent float some mana, believe me, like Lothebs and Bullies and all that stuff if you're chaining it. So yeah, I'll give it 2 out of 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. There's more card reveals later today. I got a bunch of medical stuff going on. I haven't been streaming. Not in the best shape right now. I'm hoping to have another card review up at noon. If not, there's one later tonight. So maybe I'll do all 3 later tonight, but most of you guys are usually around during the day. So hopefully I'll have one out later today. Stay tuned for that. And this was definitely my first uploaded attempt. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.